This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Friday, March 6, 2015. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. A warm welcome to you. A wake-up call. That's how officials of the Barbados Workers' Union are describing today's march through the city on the eve of International Women's Day. Armed with placards, members and workers walked from Solidarity House through Bridgetown and back to highlight the issues facing women, which they say became more apparent because of the economic challenges. Coordinator of the BWU's Gender Affairs Committee, Wilma Clement, tells Barbados Today that the public, government and other stakeholders need to be aware of the situation and find ways of addressing them. She also described the march as a means of empowering women.
We found that in the massive layoffs which there were, more women have been laid off. The increase in violence which we are experiencing, more women are targets and very easy targets. When it comes to poverty, more women are now falling under the poverty line. And even though we say that women are the primary attendees at the University of the West Indies, that is not translating into women taking those top positions in the workplace. So we still need the equality of opportunity, and we need to have the policies and the access to those top positions. What we're saying is the glass ceiling needs to be moved, and the sticky floors which are keeping women from moving, we need to take them up as well. But we are also here to let the public know what is going on.
In other news, a former Democratic Labour Party MP is not at all happy with the manner in which lawmen and other officials are tackling crime in the country. And Hamilton Lashley is warning that the situation will only worsen if officials don't change their strategy. Lashley, head of a development foundation and a former Minister of Social Transformation, is calling for a novel way of doing things that would see community leaders on the block at the table discussing the issue.
We are going down the wrong road. Our young people are becoming, particularly in the communities, there are not enough resources being put behind them. You know, the old people tell you the devil is finding work for idle hands to do. We could avert all of this if we get into national discourse with the communities, if we empower the community leaders, if we, not necessarily constituency councils, because there's a difference between selected constituency council reps and the true community reps that are out there on the blocks and in the communities. There's a distinct difference. Those are the group that the so-called social workers and so on are afraid to engage. But these are the same people that are willing to be engaged in a positive program that will empower them and their communities.
Residents of Rockland New Road, Christchurch will voice their concerns over a new pipeline project at a meeting today with officials of the Barbados Water Authority. They are up in arms that plans by Infra Inc., the company subcontracted to build a water transmission main, will block vehicular traffic in and out of the community for the next 10 weeks. Residents vented their concerns to MP Dr. Maria Agard on Wednesday, and they are now seeking to get more information on the project. Barbados is in Germany courting airline officials to increase airlift into the country. Tourism Minister Richard Seeley, speaking at the Caribbean Tourism Organization's ITB show now on the way in Berlin, says talks with officials from Eurowings are progressing, and which will see German tourists getting a new option into Barbados.
There's a possibility that later in the year we will be in a position to have another option for Germans to come into Barbados. As you know, we have the Condor flight out of Frankfurt. That has been either 2 or 3 times a week. We are now talking about a possible weekly or twice weekly out of Cologne. another major German city, so and a good hub, a good transportation hub, and with a partner like Eurowings connected to German wings, we know that and Lufthansa, really, the Lufthansa being the parent, we can be assured of good connections into that flight, so it can help us see some significant growth out of this German market. It has been growing, but there's still a tremendous potential for us, and we want to continue to harness it.
Sealy is also hoping that the new deal will ease some connecting problems that visitors encounter on their journey.
We have, been hovering in 12 to 15,000 visitors a year from Germany in Barbados. That is a good number, I suppose, but we can do a lot better. And the real test is what we're going to do to see some significant improvements. But it will require airlift questions being resolved. Connecting through London is a bit of an ordeal.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In sports, the West Indies taste defeat in the World Cup yet again. This after defending champions India survived a scare to beat the regional sides by 4 wickets and booked their place in the quarter-final. Set a modest 183 to win by the West Indies in the Pool B match, the Indians made hard work of the run chase before captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni steered them home. Some sad news now out of Jamaica, where the Observer online newspaper is reporting that 3 young people perished in an early morning fire. Preliminary reports say that they were ages 18, 15, and 9 years old. The incident occurred sometime between midnight and 2 a.m. Internationally, an unprecedented move in India as thousands of protesters stormed a local jail, dragged out a rape suspect, and beat him to death in the streets. We get more in this CNN report.
In a city called Dimapur, which is quite a remote city, there were over 1,000 people who gathered in the center of the town. They were there to protest the rape of a young woman, a rape that took place in that city 2 weeks ago. They gathered there, they started protesting, the mob got angrier and they marched towards the local police hold-up, the local jail facility where the alleged rapist was being held. They stormed the jail, they went inside, they broke down the cell where he was being held, they dragged him out into the streets and they beat him. They stripped him naked and they beat him. They beat him black and blue and he succumbed to his injuries before the police could rescue him.
That's our afternoon updates, but we will be back again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.pb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 online TV as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To enjoy your day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.